Hello, welcome to Ray-ality TV. I'm Raymond Bakari. Today I'm joined by Ana Vargas, who is running for Providence City Council in Ward 7. The incumbent for this ward, Council President John Igliozzi, is term limited, which opens up the seat for 2022. The ward itself also contains the neighborhoods of Hartford and half of Silver Lake. Ms. Vargas, how are you today?
I'm pretty good, excited.
It's good to have you on. My first question is a general one I like to ask to everybody running for office. Why do you want to be Ward 7's next city councilor?
Yeah, I'm running running for councilwoman for the Ward 7 because it's simple. We need a lot of work. And then my community need, work together and fix it to many things that we have. For example, I know you asked me the question later, but the public safety, education, sidewalk, together we can make it a difference. So I'm here for you, Ward 7, and we can do everything together.
And a lot of the city council campaigns are predominantly knocking on doors in the district and hearing what's on residents' minds. What issues have you been hearing as you're going through the neighborhoods?
Well, what I hear right now is because the city is not cleaning every single day, or periodically. So what I hear is the street, we need more cleaner for the city. And also the sidewalk, we have to fix it because people want to, walk here for the sidewalk. That's why I hear it more. Music is, this is the area, parking lot. That's why I hear it.
Looking at some of the key issues that you had touched upon in one of your answers, want to start off with public safety. Before there were a lot of calls to defund the police. Now it's changing to reimagining public safety. This is where some form of money, whether it's from the police budget or another area, would go to social workers responding to some of the situations cops shouldn't be. Do you agree with those calls to reimagine public safety?
Right now, the safety is the keys for our community. So we have to work a lot to take care of that issues because many of them, so it's not living in this area. We don't have all the safety person around us. So we need to fix that problem as soon as possible. That for the safety issues.
And sometimes in this conversation too, you also hear calls for community policing, where this is where it tries to build the bridge the relationship between, the police officers and the community. Sometimes you'll see the cops going through the neighborhoods. That's usually what community policing is, just walking through the neighborhoods, saying, hey, we're here, trying to form the relationship. Are you in favor of ideas like that, like community policing?
Well, I have it for more than 15 years for this community. And I see so little of the police walking around and do what we need to do. So it's that's very difficult for me to not see the walking. I know we have some very friendly and try to help the community, but I don't see too many.
So you would want more of that?
Say again, please.
You would want more of that, like more of the community policing?
We need more. We need more.
Moving on to education, I remember you telling me that one of your concerns as a resident and parent in Ward 7 is that there are no high schools in the neighborhood. And this is an interesting topic that doesn't get talked about as much as by candidates seeking office. Can you explain a little more about that issue and how it could be solved?
Well, the community, we need to work together. We need a high school, the best high school in this area, and we don't have it. The key has to be around all the city to get it into another high school and one different school. Yesterday, I went to the east side and I see the building, awesome, also building for the high school program. So we need that in that community.
Sometimes charter schools also comes up in the conversation of education. Do you think there should be more charter schools, or do you believe that there should be more charter schools in the city?
The charter school is one of the keys to help the communities. For example, the uniform. Another thing is giving a little more education. And you see the different the shadows to the public school. So the public school no have a uniform. If it have it, not use it. So for the charter school enforced, the uniform has to be, present. It has to be the kids. It has to be identified for what the school you belong. But I like the charter school. My kids went to the charter school. Now it's in the public school. It has to go around to the city because no have any high school in this area. I don't talk about only by me. I talk about for many different community can say we don't have any high school close to us or close to the kids. I'm afraid to my kids go to take the public baths. That's the reason. It's the one of the things I have to work in for that.
And speaking of the public schools, right now they're currently under state control. It was originally supposed to go back to the city in 2025, but it got pushed back by 2 more years because the reasons being because COVID kind of set things off track. Do you think the schools should still be under state control for that long, or should they come back to the city?
Well, right now, before it said too many bad things, but the school running. So now the state want to try to fix it. I hope fix it, and it's better for the kids to have a better education, and in that portion for the kids go to successful to the university. And no matter if it's the city or no matter if it's the state, I matter with the kids have a better education in here in Providence.
And another issue that you had brought up at one of your answers was fixing the sidewalks and roads. That is a big issue when it comes to the city of Providence. A lot of our roads are cracked. Some of them are caving in, and the infrastructure is just not there right now. How would you be able to take on that issue as a city councilor?
Well, see, I want to be there. You know why? Because not only my communities, all Providence need to fix that. And we had to look for what budget we had to fix that problem, because that's problem is not now. That problem for many years to try to solution, and I don't see the solution. So we need to sit down and what budget we have for that.
And it's also not just the sidewalks too. There's also basic city services that aren't being funded well in the city. And I know you had told me you're also hearing concerns about things like the sewers. How would you be able to also help get that that problem fixed if elected?
What I tell you right now, again, so we need to sit down and we have to fix it every single thing, and we have to do it. So we have the safety, we have to look for the safety. So we had that problem, so we have to look for that and working our community to be service, to have a service that we can, spread it out to the world for another community.
This next question is one that you might hear more often now that you're running for office in the city of Providence. Recently, there was a proposal to renovate the Superman building in downtown Providence. It has mixed reviews from those who want to see the housing actually affordable and not have the city foot part of the bill. And then also there's the proponents of the plan who are on board with finally getting something done with that building. Do you have any thoughts on the plan to the Superman building?
Well, I know it's closed for many years, but we have too many closest factory, too many land is take a long time to fix the problem. So now, because the budgets or the money that the people have it, maybe you don't have it to fix it that. So now we're looking for the money to fix it and open it again to the public. But what public? The rich public or the poor public? So that's the question. It's good to have it, that building, because that remember New York or something like that. Stay, but so who's is taking advantage for that? Because we need housing in this area, and the housing is very expensive right now. People not can afford it one house for one job. It's have to take a 2 or 3 jobs, and too many people living in this area. In my community, I talk about my community. Downtown, I know it's downtown. people, have to pay for downtown. It's expensive. Because he had that building is very history in this, the Providence City.
These next few were shorter form questions I've asked every council candidate I've had this on the show so far. Do you have a certain committee that you would like to be on if elected?
Some community?
A committee.
Oh, committee. Yeah, I would like I would like the community for the finance. That's a one.
The finance committee?
Yes, because we need to talk about the budget. What budget we have to visit the road? What budget we have to visit the sidewalk? What budget we have for the kids to fix it or doing some high school for here? So I would like to be in there to fighting for that. Or not fighting, working for my community.
On the same ballot that you're going to be on, there's also going to be the ballot for the mayor. There are currently 4 candidates running for mayor: Gonzalo Cuervo, Brett Smiley, City Councilwoman Nerva LaFortune, and Michael Solomon. Do you plan to support any of those candidates for mayor?
Right now, I'm not deciding for anyone.
And one of the first votes you would probably have to cast if you're elected come January is for the next council president. The current council president who represents your ward, he's term limited, so there's going to be a vote for a new one. Is there anybody in mind that you would support if elected for council president?
Well, remember that this election is too many new people. I can't support nobody now because we don't know who's taking that seat. So I'm be open. Say it can be me or can be somebody else. You know what? Because we don't know. Because right now the person can run it that, so he leave, and then so many people leaving. So we have to have somebody sit down for the president.
My final question is a non-political topic. This takes a step away from politics, and it's one that I ask everyone on the show to keep tradition. In your opinion, what do you think Rhode Island is best known for?
It's the best. That's why I moved in here for many years. Rhode Island have park, beaches, Black Island. We had too many to do. We had to enjoy Rhode Island. Also the fireworks. This is romantic and family together. We can go downtown. So it's free. So many things you can do it. So that's the reason I enjoy Rhode Island. I moved to New York here to Providence, Rhode Island. And this is the best. I went to the different state, and here you have everything too close. You want a restaurant for Italian? You can go. You go Dominican? You can go. You can go for different places. And you can be enjoyed.
That's so true. Everything is right nearby. Everything is everything is like at most it's half an hour away. But even then, I mean, I'm not only like 10 minutes away from Federal Hill, but then you go further down in the North Province is right there, and that's 100% true. Rhode Island it's a hidden gem, I like to say. Ms. Vargas, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
No,
It's been absolutely
thank you. And I'm here for my communities. And anything he needs, we work together because alone I can be. Together we can make it a difference for Ward 7. Ana Vargas, I'm working for you.
And thank you again for coming on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure of mine to have you on.
Thank you.
And thank you for. I'm sorry.
No, I hope it's the other question we can answer.
And
so you don't have the answer, I can do it later.
And thank you for watching this episode of Ray-ality TV. If you want to see future episodes as soon as they're posted on this channel, please click the subscribe button down below and the post notification bell icon to the right of it. I'm Raymond Bakari, and I'll see you on the next episode.